I don't know how to start this video, but man, the past year or two have been really difficult as a Sixers fan. You know what I mean? You get it, man. You get it. I'm tired of this. I'm tired, man. Ever since the Hinkie era ended and the NBA kind of just assigning the Sixers Colangelo and Josh Harris, man, and it's been terrible. It's been terrible. This last postseason, I mean, it's been brutal. You know what I mean? I have so many things I just want to talk about. You know, what I would do, right? What I expect and what I want from Philly this offseason, because I think this offseason is going to determine the next 3 years for Philly basketball. I just think, you know, how the hell did we get here? First of all, we have the whole tanking thing, dude. It was a good idea. You know what I mean? With Hinkie at the Realm, we added so many assets through draft picks. We added so many draft picks. We added so much possibility with salary cap, and we blew it, man. We fucking blew it. Over what? You know what I mean? At the time, I liked Markelle Fultz, you know what I mean? I thought he was a good college player. I loved his shot creation, and with Ben Simmons and Embiid, we didn't have a shot creator. We still don't have a shot creator. We paid Tobias Harris $190 million to be a shot creator, and the dude's too slow to create a shot. I like Tobias Harris, but, I mean, come on. He's a good 4 on a team, like a 4 guy, not like a 4-man. I think he's even a power forward, too, but he's not worth the money that he's getting. Right, and I love Tobias Harris. I think he's a great person. He's a really well-spoken dude, but he's not worth the money that we're giving him. We freaked out this past offseason when we lost Jimmy Butler, and we thought our time was now, and it was. And we blew this past offseason. I love Elton Brand. As a GM, I don't know. I really don't know. I think he was put in a tough situation, but I still don't think he did a good job. Al Horford, I mean, come on. Like, at the time of the signing, I was like, what the hell are we doing, dude? This dude's 33 or something, and we're giving him $100+ million for what's the best case scenario? He plays off the bench. He plays alongside Embiid, and dude, he's never been a three-point shooter, and we need space to stretch the floor out. I don't know. I mean, it kills me. It frustrates the hell out of me that we signed him to that deal. And, I mean, obviously, it was doomed from the start. The season was doomed from the start. Not only does the team suck together, that no one can play together, but I hate like every player on the team, and it drives me insane. I miss the tanking days. Because at least during the tanking days, you didn't expect to win. We didn't expect to win. We won 10 games. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, man. But we had fun players. That's why I love Shake Milton so much, just because of the potential that he has. Like I fell in love with the NBA. And I fell in love with off seasons because that's what was exciting for Sixers fans back then. You didn't expect to win games, but you were excited for the NBA draft. You were excited for free agency. You were excited to see what young players were going to do what the next year. Now it's just like, it's brutal. It's so brutal to be a Sixers fan because they gave all this expectation, all these number 1 picks, and we lost it. And the whole Markelle Fultz thing, back to that, is like, I liked it. I liked the move at the time. You know, I liked Markelle Fultz. I still do. I still think he's a good player. He's underrated. I don't think he fit well with the team. I think we traded him for absolutely nothing. We got Jonathan Simmons and, what, a 2nd-round pick? Like, come on, man. And we traded basically Jason Tatum for the guy, and look how that's working out. Jason Tatum single-handedly beat us in the series. He outplayed Embiid. Ben Simmons wasn't even on the court. And I love Ben Simmons, but dude, shoot the ball. And, you know, this, starting from now up, I love the move to get rid of Brett Brown. Obviously. I've hated Brett Brown for 3+ years now. We've needed to get rid of the guy for how long? He's a developmental coach who's a player guy, but the more and more I read about him, he avoids confrontation at all parts he can. He doesn't want to confront players. Like, what grown man is going to take you seriously if you can't go up to him and tell him you got a problem with the way he's playing? The way he treated Ben Simmons over the past 2 years has been atrocious. He's the reason why Ben Simmons doesn't shoot threes, because he'll go out in the media and say, I expect 1 3-pointer from him every game from here on out, without ever going to talk to Ben Simmons. That is how he talked to Ben was through the media. And Ben Simmons was made it literally clear for the next 26 games he didn't shoot a three for the rest of the season. I mean, what do you expect, Brett Brown? I think Ben Simmons is kind of a baby at times. I love the guy. I think maybe hustle's not there all the time, but he improves every single season. You know what I mean? He's not going to be Steph Curry from three, but he's been improving every year. I don't know what else more you can ask for him. I think him and Embiid fit well together, but Elton Brand has like literally gone out of his way to make those two have no one around them to succeed. Look at Giannis in Milwaukee. Giannis thrives in Milwaukee and shoots just as good as Ben Simmons from three, man. I mean, but Giannis is surrounded by spot-up shooters. Everyone on that team can shoot threes. From the 1 to the 5, everyone pops threes. That's why they're so good. Mike Budenholzer is a good coach who understands spacing, who understands Giannis is going to be the primary ball handler, and spread the floor out. Give him a one-on-one opportunity. If he beats him, and he'll travel his way to a dunk. And if not, pass it out to a shooter. Like, and Philly, we have no shooting. I think Shake Milton's a great shooter. I think he's got crazy potential. I think he's going to be a good player for years to come. Plus, we have him on a really small contract, which is awesome for us. That's the only bright spot on the team outside of Ben and Embiid. Horford is 35% from three. He's not bad, but, dude, he's not a stretch four. Best case scenario, we're paying $109 million for a sixth man. And even then, man, he's averaged 9 and 4 in a series, in the playoff series. That's when that's what we signed him for, was the playoffs, and he can't perform. Tobias Harris was 0 of 150 from 3 in the playoffs. Dude, we need shooting, and it's so simple. It is so simple. It's been simple from the moment we got Ben Simmons, is surround the man with shooting. Surround him with shooting. That's all it takes. Spread the floor out for him. But first order of business for me, sign Kenny Atkinson. I think that dude gets the best out of players. I think he pushes guys at a competitive edge that not many coaches in the NBA do. I thought the Nets were insane for letting him go. It kind of reminds me of the time that Sacramento let go Mike Malone. And Mike Malone went to Denver, and look at Denver. I mean, he got the best out of all of that talent. That is exactly what I see in this. For no reason, the Nets fire him, because probably KD or Kyrie's, being a baby and they don't like him. Sign Kenny Atkinson. Do not sign Jason Kidd. Do not sign Mark Jackson. I'm on the fence with Ty Lue. I think he's all right, but sign Kenny Atkinson, man. He's a Philadelphia freaking mentality. That grit and grind, just hustle harder than the next dude. That TJ McConnell. And I don't even like TJ McConnell, but there I am. Sign that man. He'll get the best out of him. And if not, then it's the player's fault. I think number 2, you got to do whatever you can to get rid of Horford. Or even Tobias Harris. I like Tobias Harris. I think we can make it work with him. But those contracts are going to kill us. And they already are. We have no room to do anything. We have the Thunder pick. I think it'll be 21 maybe. Package that with Horford and get a JJ Redick. Not nearly as good. Well, I mean, he's better than him personally, but the caliber is not. You're not really getting much back. But at the same time, you're getting shooting. You're getting what we should have never gotten rid of to begin with, and you're cutting so much cap space. I think I read that the Kings were interested in Horford this past season. So do something with them. Find any team willing to take on draft assets, because we're going to have to give up more than just Horford, and get rid of that man. Get rid of that man's contract. Get rid of that man's human form. Just move him from Philly. It didn't work. Move on, Elton. You got to. This offseason, there moves need to be made. I don't think running it back with a different coach is going to be good enough. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe just a new scheme, a new coach is all we need. And, that may very well be it. But we're going to need progression from a lot of guys. I think nobody on the bench except Milton is safe. I hate Furkan Korkmaz. The dude is a volume shooter who doesn't shoot 40% from 3. What do we need that for? Get rid of the dude. I like Josh Richardson as a player a lot, but I do not like him on Philadelphia. You got to get rid of that guy too. And he only has 11, 12 million for his contract. You package him with a first rounder. I really think there's something to be done. One of my favorite players in the NBA, Buddy Hield. I think he is the perfect fit for Philadelphia. Whether or not we have something that can entice them, like entice a deal to get him, I don't know, but Buddy Hield is freaking perfect, and they had him on the bench this year, and he doesn't want to be there, and Sacramento, dude, just you gotta find a way to get him because he fits perfectly. He's one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. He can shoot off the dribble. He's a spot up guy. He's not going to be demanding the ball a crazy amount of. And defensively, I mean, he's not great, but he's not a liability. You know, we just need shooting. We just need shooting. We missed so many opportunities the past 3 years over the waiver wire too. We just don't touch these guys that we need to touch, like Kyle Korver going to Milwaukee. The Morris brothers, dude, we just have lost so much opportunity to get something to surround Ben and Embiid. And I think trading Ben or trading Joel would be the last option. That is the last option. There's no way you can do that. They're the 2 generational talents, basically. You need to start off with getting a good coach. Honestly, I don't really love Elton Brand. You can get rid of that guy, but I know that's not going to happen. You need to start creating an opportunity for Ben Simmons because the man has no one to pass it to. I love Matisse Thybulle. I don't think we should get rid of him, but I don't see his ceiling becoming much higher. Get rid of Korkmaz. The guy sucks. Mike Scott sucks, and we're giving him $4 million for the next 2 years, and that may not seem like a lot, but when you add it on to the 4 starters on our team's contracts, that's a shit ton of money, and you don't have it to waste on guys that you're not going to play. And Brett Brown, the fact that the guy played Raul Neto at all in the season, let alone the postseason, is atrocious to me. And look at Trey Burke. He was killing it in Dallas after we let him go, which boggled my mind that he didn't play. He's a shot-creating shooter, and I don't know. I mean, Brett Brown has done the worst job in the past 3 years on maximizing his talent. It was embarrassing to watch. His in-game adjustments, I've never seen a coach that bad. The only coach worse in the NBA than him is Jim Boylan, and Jim Boylan just got fired too. And Brett Brown is the worst coach. And he made it so aggravating to watch games. Looking at the rotations he had out on the court, and he talks about how he wanted to go bully ball with Boston, but he took no initiative to do that. And then Embiid's the only guy on the team, and he's getting double teamed in the post, and it's like every time he seemed like oh my god, they're double teaming Joel Embiid in the post. How are we gonna beat that, dude? What do you expect them to do? They've been doing it for 3-4 years, and now he's the only guy on the team that can score, and he's just blind. He's just blind to how to coach. Brad Stevens destroyed him in the series. Boston was just a better team than us. They're a better team than us in general. They play as a team. They're deep. The Sixers have no bench. The Sixers haven't had a bench in my lifetime. And, man, it's infuriating. It's infuriating as a fan to watch because for some reason it's like, oh, they're going to be good after the bubble. Like, everyone's healthy. Oh, look how big Ben's got. Look at all the shots Ben's shooting. Oh, Joel might be in shape, but he's not. It's the same shit, man. That's why we were good with Jimmy Butler, because he pushed the guys. We need a competitive edge. We need a competitive player to push somebody. But it's not like that right now. And it starts off again, Kenny Atkinson. So